Let's broaden this discussion a bit more now, and I'm joined by Nweke. He's an African Affairs Commentator based in Brussels, in Belgium. Collins, thank you for joining us on the program. Now, first off, the Allied Democratic Force is just one of the many armed groups in the DRC, yet it is one of the few with very wide footprints in the East. So why is that?
Thank you, Beatrice, for having me. Obviously, the ADF appears to be a very well organized, military engine operation, superseding about 120 other people or other groups that have a presence there. I believe their success could be ascribed to three major factors. Number one factor is their finances, very strong and has remained intact despite all efforts to break it down. Number two is, of course, their recruitment strategy. And linked to that recruitment strategy is number three, which is, their propaganda strategy, their communication strategy, and all of that, which has proven to be very, very effective and has managed to speak to the heart of those people who were standing on the borderline, between radicalism and non-radicalism. So they have managed to convince them about the fact that this is their fight and they should take up the arms. So essentially, these are the three factors that have actually sustained them, and it is not clear when that will begin to recede.
Well, a United Nations report recently cast some doubt on the effectiveness of Uganda's Operation Shujaa. That is the offensive against the ADF. Why has ADF, though, somehow managed to defy military operations in the country?
Well, essentially, you can't divorce their success from their effectiveness and efficiency. Obviously, they are always one step ahead of both the Ugandan government and the Congolese military forces. Essentially, because of the fact that they have managed, I believe, since 2015, when the gentleman, I believe, Jamil Makulu, was in prison. That has not been taken, very well by the population, and so that created more incentive for more people to, join them. That's one, and then secondly, the fact that the factors and insiders within the Ugandan government and the Congolese, armed forces have continued to serve them well.
Well, Collins, very briefly though, locals have constantly criticized the government for its failure to protect them. Yet, as we know, the government has been conducting a military offensive against these groups. What will it take to end the continued insurgency?
What it will take, in my assessment, and I believe that, military strategists will be in a better position to answer that question. But, from a layman's perspective, I believe that the lack of purpose on the part of the Ugandan and Congolese government have got to end. Number two, I believe that whatever we may say and do, they need more external assistance, both in military might and strategic equipment to be able to help to curb the menace of ADF ISIS. But more importantly, I think something has got to be done about the communication strategy of the government, because as long as that jinx is not broken, where the population feel that, those that they are succeeding in recruiting, where they feel that the ISIS is more to their interest than government, I believe that it will continue to be a vicious circle.